Hey everyone, today I want to talk about the fact that there's multiple pathways to your end destination, your ideal goal in life, or your ideal situation in life. Now, first off, it's very important to set very specific goals, or at least goals in general, and then write them down. It's been proven scientifically that writing them down helps you in achieving them. The more often you write it down and remind yourself on a daily basis and keep that consistent, the better you are to stay on track and actually get there. And so many people hear this and they never do it, and it's kind of stupid, but um, that's how it works. Anyhow, so what does this mean? There's multiple ways of getting to your ideal goals in life. Let's say your goal in life is to find a great partner, a romantic partner, or just get to a point where you can be able to casually date. And right now you're at a place where you can't even convince anyone to go on a date with you. Or outside of dating, let's say you want to have a healthy, fulfilled life and go from a place of bad employment to somewhere that pays a certain amount and does work that you like. Well, for all these situations, there's multiple pathways and options out there for you to get to where you want to get to. Sometimes it's just by the chance of life that you fall upon a certain pathway rather than another one. So, for instance, and I'll see this a lot, people end up with certain girlfriends or boyfriends that they think is right for them, and sometimes they are right for each other, or they fall into suitable relationships that are okay. And for most people, it's oftentimes a very natural thing. They just stumble upon it. Like they never really put in work. Um, so for whatever reason, one day they randomly stumble into this guy that they very much like. Sometimes they may go out of their way to do something extra, like choose to go to a venue to meet that person, knowing that there's a chance of meeting someone there, or they might resort to something consciously, like online dating. That's a conscious choice. But the point is that they stumble across this person and it's a good fit. Well, there's all sorts of other good fits that they could have come across that may have had a different hair color, a different personality, uh, different features, but would have satisfied their standards in the same way. And it's just by luck or chance that they fell upon this pathway and this person rather than the other person. So it works the same way for a lot of things. Careers, there's so many different companies out there offering very similar opportunities, and it's oftentimes a matter of chance upon which one you end up stumbling upon through word of mouth or reference, and which one you apply to, and which one you, for whatever reason, never hear of and never apply to. And so, because of this, the point being is that you have to understand that there's multiple pathways to a goal and not just one specific set journey to an end destination. After you understand this, I think it can be very I wouldn't say uplifting, but very, it will give you a new perspective on things. I think the biggest thing is it'll let you know that there's a lot of other possibilities out there, and it can let you really take everything into account and put things under your control rather than let the fate, the winds of fate and chance do whatever it's going to do to you. And therefore, when you know all these opportunities and people out there and chances, that way you can possibly work to maximize which one is truly best for you. So that this could mean consciously working to get better with the opposite gender or same gender, and actually consciously going out there to meet different people rather than settling for the first person who just barely meets your qualifications. And it's one of those things, just to wrap this whole video up, that I think it's very interesting because what I'll see, especially in terms of dating, is that um, at least for me, and I've seen it a few times in other people, um, the the problem is I faced in it, and the obstacles push me to do things that other people wouldn't do, and therefore, it's slowly starting to expand my comfort zone and things I would have never thought to do or ever do. For instance, I'm going to a social gathering. I haven't decided which one, but I'll be going to one of these on this website called meetup.com. Basically, what the website does is it, it finds local communities of interest, whether it be hiking or uh, church, or they even have just singles groups, whether it's speed dating or just singles retreats or fitness groups. And they find a good community of people and they have weekly or sometimes daily events. So these sort of things sort of expand your circle and really make you figure out more things. Whereas um, I feel like if I had fallen into a trap of, well, not really a trap, but if I had met someone who was decent and just barely met my standards or whatever a couple years ago, I probably may have just settled for that. And, um, you know, dating would not have been really a priority at all. I would have constantly looked back at that, at reference experience or whatever, and again, possibly just decided, okay, it's supposed to happen naturally. It's meant to be or not meant to be. And the problem with that is like, there's so many people out there. They're like, it's meant to be. It's not meant. It's meant to be, and then they're like, constantly playing video games, World of Warcraft, and they're staying at home all day long. It's like nothing will ever happen unless you really luck out and you meet someone through World of Warcraft. And the girl to guy ratio on that's horrid. Um, so like your chances are like down low. So I mean, it's one of those things like and I mean I've seen it with, I mean, females have this too. A lot of them, they're like, it's meant to be. Like if a guy is too scared to approach, or he chickens out, or he doesn't man up and ask for the number or do anything, they're just like, it wasn't meant to be. And it's, I can't believe how many ridiculous instances they've used as reasoning for that. And it's just like, that's not someone who's taking control of their life and really calling the shots. If you start believing that you can take control and call the shots, you can start doing what you want to do. Rather than sitting there shy, waiting for something meant to be or not. Whether you're a girl or guy, you can man up and really figure things out and maybe approach first or do something. Now, it doesn't have to be that extreme. That's just kind of an extreme example, but it's food for thought, and hopefully it gets you thinking. Anyhow, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, favorite, comment, share, and subscribe. See ya.